'Twas just a few sticks and some embers, but it was warmth nonetheless. Kept us going, in the cold of the late evening. As the moon crested over the hill, we sat and pondered. What would the next day bring us? What would we do if the troubles that have been pursuing us were to continue? Oh, the music ended.
Did it?
Now, was there some basis that I missed before I came back?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Anyway,
I was going, and then the music stopped, and I was like, oh.
mine's still playing. Either way, that was nice.
I'm not hearing any music.
I have it playing Roll20.
Now I. No.
Yeah, you guys can control your own audio on Roll20.
Really?
Yeah, if you go to your top right gear settings, you can change your master volume to whatever you want it to be. But yeah,
That's weird.
I
I wonder if it's just my connection or something,
Oh.
because the music kind of, sometimes it'll pop in, for like a second, and then it goes away again.
I'll stop it now and then play. Haha. Just let that do its thing. Cool. So, last we left off. No, Grandma, don't call me now. Last we left off, we're our little trio of adventurers, 3.5, I guess, of adventurers, started exploring the rest of the ruins and swamps of Berez. There you've seen the ghostly, misty visions of a battle long forsaken that kind of haunts a certain area. There you've seen a ruined manor where you met the ghost of the former burgomaster, who wails in his sorrow over the loss of his marina. He pointed in a direction towards her tomb that Strahd himself erected up there. When you got there, you faced off against a couple of will-o-wisps and also a vampire spawn that was buried down there, which also had a very particular item that you were, or rather, Velathor was intent on getting to. We need it, and through your hardships, you eventually got to it. You got a Barveretsi dagger, which through let's see, I forget Keskion's. Oh, by the way, new character name, and we'll get to it in a second. Through your new companions identify, got some visions of this item's past. That it was the dagger that Strahd used to murder his brother and seal the deal of making him a vampire. It has locked potential that might unlock later based on your use of it or experiences with it. And this dagger has now been handed down to Seraphina.
Holder of daggers.
Just juggling everything.
Hey, I have a dagger now. A good that I can sneaky, stabby.
Yeah.
And then switch to my range weapon with movement because that worked really well last time. I liked it.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And with that, you three at least, well, you two at least, are now level 6. Has that been complete, Corey?
Yes.
Yeah, it should be.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, I was wondering about that earlier, but it looks like we finished it last time.
Okay.
When we were fucking with it.
All right. Because I know you like to be.
It says 6, so. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And with that, you guys, let's see if I can find your last point.
Because I picked up
You were at...
Thunderstep, and that's summon.
There you go.
As hilarious as summoning a bunch of uncontrollable demons is.
It'll probably be more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Summoning, like the 4th level spell, summoning Greater Demon is more controllable. But we'll see if you get to that spell, if that is in your flavor of things. But we're here. Oh, that is not your tokens, Tim. Let me get rid of those.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. I will copy paste them in a second. But yeah, you three can continue off with speaking to each other and things. You know, role play among yourselves.
All right.
Oh, also, Tim, is there a new, I suppose, new introduction you want to do for your character?
I mean, just showing the pictures would probably be fine.
Okay. It just like, is there a change, a visual change that occurs?
I mean, she's still a black-haired, like, sort of youngish teenager kind of lady. And the only thing that really changed for her summon is that he's beefier and more armored. And they both happen to have a fondness for Assassin's Creed style hoods.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
If only you were a dagger stab person, then that dagger would absolutely fit your vibe and theme, I suppose. But
Yeah. Well, I'll modify our intro and include the line. Assume that I had asked you if you have any relation to the buffer, Etsy.
Oh, no. I just
well.
got sort of telemetry data from identifying this item.
Very well. Just checking. So, is there any like any? I mean, I don't know what y'all changed, but is there any particular like major differences that we need to worry about, or is it pretty much just what happened last time can be said to still be the case?
Whatever happened last time is basically still the same.
Okay.
I was pretty snarky towards you, but she does seem probably a little bit more tense than she lets on. That's about it.
yeah, maybe the heat of battle kind of like wore that down a bit.
Fucking vampires.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only your second vampire.
Oh, I guess that's true. Huh.
Please tell me you guys have
I
more.
mean, besides Strahd, because we had the priest's son.
Only your second vampire defeated.
Yeah.
Please tell me you guys have more steaks. And I don't
yes.
mean the kind for eating.
Go for
I
it,
have
steak.
limited, but some more stakes.
I don't think I have any. Do I?
I kind of came to this land with no cash, so I couldn't really get much supplies.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
Cash has been less than helpful to us so far, mainly because if anyone is willing to trade in money, not from this land, it is excessively expensive to the point of not even worth it. Unless you make friends and do favors.
That
which
on that note, that does remind me. So something that Corey's referring to is in the village of Barovia, there is just one small little like all goods trade store that you can get to. I guess Tim, when Keskion went there, and like, oh, what are your wares? What are your prices? It's a lot more expensive there because, well, there's no other competition. So that this old man puts his wares and prices as he sees fit, and like
It's almost like it's run by a very, very, very familiar wizard named Phythian.
Less with the intent of like, haha, evil, and I make money. Just like, oh, you want this 50-foot rope? It'll cost you 20 gold. Who else are you gonna go to get rope? That's it. Yeah, and it was like just like common goods and things.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, the swamps are quiet at the moment, aside from little.
Well, that was fun. I think it's time for us to very promptly go resolve the mansion issue.
Yeah,
I concur.
Jasmine starts like creeping forward, just like seeing that everything has kind of calmed down a bit, and like, yeah, it's like, oh hi, I'm here.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm sorry. I don't really have a lot of combat-based like
No,
abilities.
don't worry. We had it under control. We have to protect you anyways. So.
Appreciated. Are you all right?
I mean,
Yeah,
Krieg, you fine?
I think we're good, right?
Wait, did the level up like top off all your health? It did. Whatever.
I don't think.
Oh,
I
it
think,
did.
I think Krieg actually was pretty badly hurt, but
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
I don't think you can feel it.
Cancel all voices. Just me. If he was badly hurt, what would you gauge him at? Because I don't remember.
He was like at half health.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll just do like. Yeah, I'm good. I've been through worse.
Oh yeah, Krieg is carrying an executioner's sword. By the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his two short swords, and I'll just for flavor. He's like, I need something heavier, and just like taps them together, flash a light. There we go. Click somewhere on the back. Because that's how that works.
Does it even need a latch? With half the other shit he's done, I wouldn't be surprised if it just hovers there.
Hey.
Nothing's okay. And to answer your question, I've not been fine since I was 7 years old. Now, let's make our way that way.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Back to the manor, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All
unless
right.
anybody else has opinions about this area.
No, we should just get.
Super big tokens. Let's scrunch. Make you all the right size. You guys can go away. Haha. Cool. You guys can see the map, yes?
Yes.
Alright, cool. You eventually do get your way back to the ruined manor of Berez. And let me find that handout. Yeah, and as you go, you are at the front doors of this ruined manor, where there's still the wailing voice of, what's his name? His name was Ulrich. Yeah.
Yeah, Ulrich.
Von Liechtenstein.
Laszlo Ulrich, the last burgomaster of Berez. Yeah. You guys are outside the door. You hear wailing. What do?
Well, I will proceed inwards.
Okay. Eventually,
approach.
yeah, you approach, and eventually the ghost of this this man just appears before you. So get out! Leave me!
as much as I would like to, Sir Ulrich, we told you we would do something, and I have come to let you know that we have put the spirit of your daughter to rest.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we found the marker and let's say clear and cleanse the area of its infection and released her spirit for reals.
I don't like the crying eye thing. Whatever. He closes his eyes, like holds his chest tight. And like opens his eyes for a moment, looks around. I'm still here. Tell me, what happened?
Well, as you feared, and as I suppose the village feared, uh, you're
Can I just back up for something?
yeah,
I don't remember
sure.
if it was mentioned specifically.
Sure.
If the vampire looked like the person who was described as his daughter,
It
or looked
it
different.
It
did
did
not
not.
look like the daughter. In fact, didn't even look female.
Okay. I just wanted to back up and make sure that we remembered that.
Yep. So tell me, what happened?
Well, we found the marker that you told us of,
Yes.
and underneath the marker, where we believe your daughter was buried,
Yes.
we checked to make sure, and it turns out that the body was not so dead. It had become a vampire, which we released from its curse permanently.
I don't understand. She was not a vampire.
Was she not buried under the marker?
She was originally.
It seems like she had been replaced a while ago to guard an artifact.
Then what has become of my Marina?
Do you know who might have done this? Or where they might have moved her?
He just shakes his head and puts his head in his hands.
Out of character, Corey, do you remember that Marina's kind of the incarnation, right? Of
Yeah, no,
okay, okay. Just
Yep.
just making sure you remember that.
Yeah. I don't think Corey can forget the wall of conspiracy theories behind him.
I'm gonna get a cork board eventually. It's all in my head right now, but it'll be there.
I just wanted to make sure you didn't forget,
Uh-huh.
because I know you.
Yeah, I forget a lot, but no,
Mhm. Okay.
I have my notes. Okay. I don't remember, did you interrupt before Serge, you responded?
He just like wailing in his arms,
Oh.
just like, what's become of her?
Uh,
That sob story.
I mean, I'm gonna lean into Vale and be like, should we, you know, tell him about Arena?
Uh,
You think? Our theory? Maybe? Maybe ask if he has a picture of her?
uh, so Ulrich, was the statue marker an accurate depiction of Marina?
I didn't put up a statue of her. That was him.
Do you have a photo of your daughter? Or a painting?
Perhaps. And he'll kind of like float on into the mansion.
We'll all float on, okay.
You're not a bard.
Not this time.
Not this time. Yeah, he'll float up to like what would have been the second level, but is too far gone and collapsed. There's no stairways that go up there anyway. And he'll disappear for a moment, and then you hear a little clatter. Something is knocked off and just lands in the muck in front of you all, like a small little picture frame. As ghosts do, they tend to be like cats and just knock shit over.
Makes sense.
Yep.
I will retrieve the picture frame.
It is. Tim, what would be the best medium to use that would like last a good while? I don't want to say like it's ink because that would fade away after some time. I don't know what it would be. But either way, it is a very worn illustration of what seems to be like a family portrait of the ghost Ulrich in more lively situation.
Times.
Yeah, in lively times. And next to him is a younger version, but you can definitely tell the similarities of what looks to be Irina.
I'll show the other two and be like, I have many questions. Few answers.
But
But
it seems like our
several.
suspicions are confirmed, at least.
Mm-hmm. But should
Though I
we
don't know how.
inform
I
him?
don't know if inform is the right word. Maybe guide to possibilities. Let's see. So Ulrich, is he still floating around here?
Yeah, he'll float down.
I know you don't remember how long it's been, but is it possible that Marina could still be alive, or maybe have descendants?
She had no other family that I knew of. Is she alive? Is my Marina alive?
Well, the picture you've shown us is strikingly identical to someone that we have helped recently get to a safe place. And she is very much alive and well.
But Marina is not her name.
But you think this Irina is my Marina?
Or a descendant of some sort.
I don't know how.
Does anyone have in the group, or rather you two, because Tim would have not have met her, Do you two have like minor illusion or something?
I think I do.
Mm,
Let me look at my spells.
Sure.
I don't think
Yes,
thaumaturge will
minor
help.
illusion.
Then you can just like Star Wars hologram. Boom.
Or
Hell yeah.
I can use my card. Actually, that's stupid. That's a stupid reason to use the card.
Your card
Yeah,
doesn't make you look like a person. It is just a second set of papers, whatever you want it to be another person.
Right. Okay, well then I will cast minor illusion and create the likeness of Irina.
Yeah,
Hollow cube.
yeah, hollow cube.
Great. I love it.
Just a little short joke here of like you're basically R2D2 with his little
Yeah.
little projection from your fingertips.
I
Yeah,
think my minor illusion I'll just like look at my hand and then open it in front of my face and blow, and then all of a sudden you see the
yeah, that like dust or sparkles, however you want to flavor it, like then like coalesce into an image of
picture
Irina.
of Irina.
Yep. You see Ulrich kind of like, I was gonna say step back, float back. He's like, that's my Marina. That is her. She lives.
Well, she lives. She's fine. She's well. She is not a vampire. We checked.
And she's safe.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you. It just fades.
As your screen fades to black.
Oh,
Oh yeah, actually, if I pull back, I think the camera, yeah,
Oh, nice.
it does something like that. Cool. Well,
Okay.
that was that.
Guys, this confirms that things are not right.
oh, Simon.
Who's holding the? Oh, hey, Katie. Who's holding the picture frame?
I was holding it and just kind of like showing.
All right. The
Is there a
the image of Marina is no longer there.
Oh,
It's just like blank scrap bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
is
Well,
there
I'm gonna.
anything else on it? Can we see like if there's a date or anything like that?
I check the back.
Who's the artist?
I'm a fervent follower of this art.
I can't come up with like when that happened. Maybe I can find something.
Damn it, Volo.
Oh, Volo. Was there a date? I don't have a date, so no date marked.
Well, that was interesting.
Gonna run to the restroom real quick. Be right back.
Yeah. I can't decide. If I have questions for Irina or questions for a psychologist.
Molly, not in there. Go get your toy.
You hear you're startled for a moment. You look up and there's a couple of ravens perched.
Oh no, not the ravens.
Okay.
We
Ruffle
should get out of
feathers.
this building.
I think
Or wait, we should look around.
we need to find that magic item that was in here. Or
Oof.
find out what was giving off a magical response, aside from the goats, that I really want to ask. No, we already asked the girl that's our escort.
Yeah, Jessamine.
She doesn't know.
For 1 second. Where's your toy?
But yeah, otherwise the manor is unoccupied except for you guys.
Okay, well, I would like
Hey,
to
Cora,
use my passive perception
nice.
to look around.
What's your passive perception?
Uh, it's really high. I think it's. Hold on, let me find it. 18.
Nice. All right. So I guess you just take the lead and start walking around.
Yes, I can
Um,
walk around and look at everything.
I'll follow on guard.
Yep. Anywhere you guys go, the ravens follow. They like
Through the mansion,
they hop
or are
around.
they just like sitting on top?
They're on top the whole time, but like when you go to one room to another that like blocks your line of sight, they hop for a bit until they can see you.
Hmm.
I don't like the fact that we're being watched.
With your passive 18, let's see. You eventually come to what seems to be rubble that has broken down into what you think is like might have been the kitchen at some point. And your passive 18 does let you know, like, oh, hey, there's a cellar door there.
Ooh. A door.
Mm-hmm.
Let's open it.
All right. It takes a little bit of effort with you guys to just move some rubble aside. And yeah, there's just a common wooden latch that goes up with a little handle, no key, nothing.
Hey, Vale, do you think you can open this for me? Pointy point.
I mean, you can lift it.
Oh, is it not a big entrance? It's a little entrance. Okay.
I give a confused and quizzical look and reach over and lift the tiny latch.
That can fit a normal person.
Okay.
And it descends down a small set of stone steps to what you can see is a 10-foot high ceiling cellar room. The floor of it is submerged in 3 inches of very stagnant water. It smells in here. But what you can see around are 24 large, probably rotten casks.
Anything else?
I mean, that's your passive perception.
Yeah. Without opening any of the casks just yet. Wait. Okay. So casks like
wine casks.
wine aging casks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Adding on to the 18 passive perception, that smell is definitely from these wine casks.
Oh, so they're leaking.
Leaking, and who knows how long they've been untouched and rotten.
If they weren't leaking, I would be very But since they are leaking, I'm very
Yeah, that they are rotted casks. So, take it as you will.
Oh well. All right, I will very actively start making my way through the room.
All right. Can I get some investigation checks?
Yeah.
I'm not going to step in the stinky water.
Used to dirty jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, you step in, slush.
Gross.
There's like a couple like frogs that hop around, which then immediately gets like bitten by a smaller, non-threatening snake.
I was just thinking I should check for snakes.
Just it's like, what you stub onto something that's underneath the water. Some parts of this floor have caved in a little bit, so it's more than 3 inches. And then you realize you kick something that kind of like has a bit of weight to it, but moves with it, and you kind of like just like your boots underneath it and just like lift a little bit, and then you start to see like a skull appear up like your boot is underneath like the neck.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You just
I'll just
let it back down.
slide that back down. Yep. Step over that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the old man's skull.
I don't know. I don't care.
I'm gonna yell back. See anything good? Anything
Nope.
yet?
Nothing yet.
With that, you do determine that this person had like something of like clothing, a backpack or something on him.
Oh.
Lift back up again.
I saw a strap. I put it back down.
Yeah.
Wait a second. That was the strap. I lift it back up.
Mm-hmm.
That's a strap.
You eventually again just like get it off of him with some like gross. Corey, can you roll me a percentage, please? Ooh, 88.
Good job, honey. Good roll. I mean, percentages.
You find, I guess this makes sense. Not on his. So you search for his pack, and his pack is just whatever was in it, whether it was clothing, food, is just it's gross. It's like something had to be on him, and you like use your boot again to just lift him up just a little bit higher, and you only had like his skull, the front of his skull up, and you lift him a bit higher, and something is wrapped around his collarbone. You find these goggles with like a black leather straps to them, these like crystallized lenses to the front.
Tim, is your character name the same or is it changed?
Character name is Keskion.
What's up?
I was trying to see if you had changed your name or not.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, I'll remember that. Because you're still up outside, right? You didn't follow us into the basement? Or did you catch that?
Yeah, I'm fine. I can't see very well, and yeah,
It's
I don't like that.
All right, I'll take the goggles off carefully. Make sure he's not gonna wake up and bite me.
There's
And then
a picture of her in the Shadow Blade you used last game.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And I'll just shake off the goggles a little bit and kind of slip it in my pocket because clean those off before I put them on. And yeah, I guess I'll keep looking.
All right. You said you put them on?
No.
No, I
Oh.
shook off the goo,
Okay.
and I put them in my pocket. I'm gonna wipe them off a bit.
Okay.
Once I'm done with the basement, before I put them on.
Got it. Yeah, and with the rest of your investigation, you're sure like there's nothing else of interest here. Looking at the caskets, they are marked with like a brand on them that would still remain there. That says Wizard of Wines Winery.
Wizard of Wines. I was gonna ask about that. The wizard, the wines, they're everywhere. What does this mean?
You were I believe you were told by the barkeep in Valaki that that patron, the barkeep, the cook, they're all a family, and it's their family business to run the winery, but they haven't had wine in quite a while. The land's not growing. Yeah. Otherwise, you're sure like there's nothing else of interest here.
Cool. Well, I'll make my way out of the muck. Come over to Keskion. Keskion. I found these, and they seem interesting. Can you tell me what they are? And I'll,
Yeah, sure. Give me a few minutes,
Yeah.
and I'll go ahead and identify.
Okay.
I'm assuming I have an opal for this identifying in general.
Yeah. Whatever you want that to be. whether a piece of jewelry or such, or even like the crystal you have, I guess, on your lantern
Yeah.
based on your art. Yeah.
Mhm.
After a few moments of identifying, you know that these are goggles of night. They grant people dark vision up to, I believe it's 60 feet.
Ooh.
And if you have dark vision already, it increases it further to another 60 feet.
I do not have dark vision.
No attunement needed.
This is a common problem.
Yeah, go ahead and take
Um,
this. I mean, I don't have dark vision either, but I've got Krieg to help me out.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can see fine.
So,
Well,
whatever you guys decide what to do with it.
Serafina, I feel like as many fires as we've lit, for good or for worse, for the purposes of your sight, you should probably have these.
Cool. No, awesome.
Neato.
I'm around my neck and be like, yeah.
All right, I've added it to your character sheet.
And now
Thinking of the
Now-
Sam Fisher style goggles.
Now add them to your model.
I will. I could. It'd be
Uh-huh.
cute. They have to hang around the neck though.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll just pull them up in the dark and be like, bloop, bloop, bloop.
You're reverse Riddick.
Yeah, so eventually you guys get out of the cellar, and
Hell yeah.
there's that. And then, like, looking
I will-
around, you're like, it's not much else here.
Are the crows still around?
Yeah, the ravens are here. Still two.
Okay.
Is there a small house on a giant chicken leg, perhaps coming close?
Not that you can see or hear.
Okay.
Um.
Oh yeah, the goat.
Oh.
And then do that.
Keskion.
And then they do that one thing where goats are just like.
Oh, Sarge, I should send you a thing. That reminded me.
I guess we should go check out the goats next. Let's go talk to the animal.
I don't know how identify works. Can we identify the goats?
They're goats, Val. They're just goats.
Yeah, but they're magic goats.
What I can probably do is use detect magic.
Well,
And
that,
can
I
at least
mean,
tell what kind of magic that they're using, which I guess I already identified that they were magic before, but we were identify the flavor.
Yeah,
I think it was a combination
I think it was just
of-
detect magic before. I don't think you asked me about the school of magic. Otherwise, I would have told you.
Yeah.
But I guess before you would have known, it is transmutation.
Are they people? Were they turned into goats?
I don't.
Is that a thing that can happen with?
That is probably something that can happen. I don't know enough to be to confirm that. Let's be on the safe side.
that's what I was expecting. All right.
You start hearing and feeling the ground shake a little bit. And you start seeing like some of the remaining trees kind of sway a bit. And they're just
That must be the person we've come to talk to.
I'll ask our guide. Is there something we should do? Like, should we be in a certain spot, or if I assume a certain stance, or
let's just keep out of sight for a moment. I don't want to alarm her.
yeah.
I'm in stealth
that
mode.
sounds good.
Yeah.
that.
Cool. Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
hide
She'll.
out at night.
Yeah. She'll like. Jessamine kind of like hugs one of the ruined walls of the manor and just like keeps a lookout, just keeping low. At that moment, you also see the ravens kind of like fly away from the thing. Hey,
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Nice, Tim. That's you hiding. Yeah, you see out of the trees this stump of the tree, this large, massive tree, just moving. Its roots kind of like spider legs, kind of like spider legs, like octopus legs. The roots of it is just pulling it along. You see this just walking.
I see. It's all moving
And
past.
it has basically like a small hut house on top of the stump of it, just moving. And then eventually lands where you see on the map, just like stops, and then to like digs itself in. So it's lower, the legs aren't sticking out anymore. Yeah, and Jessamine will say, gulps first and like, that is Baba. That is her hut.
I guess we should go knock on.
Not quite yet.
Yeah,
No. Okay.
She just arrived. I don't know if it is right to disturb her immediately.
whatever you say. Yep.
I look back at the goats. Yeah.
Eventually, after some time, the front door swings open of the hut, and coming out of it, you see a hunched figure in these dark, not exactly robes. They have like a strange texture to them from this distance. Can you guys make me a perception check?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
My passive perception is better than the roll I just made.
Yeah. I mean, this is
Yeah,
this is active.
Different.
And you're like, what? And then you have to take out your goggles to like really see because it's dark here. Seraphina, yeah, Corey, you can Valefor, you can definitely tell there's a strange like texture to it. Seraphina, you can tell like there's like feathers, like black feathers, put into this cloak of hers. Something like there's parts of it that stick out. Like, is that a raven head just like sewn in? There's like raven legs to it. There's like a whole wing etched in there.
Yeah, I'd run too.
You're pretty sure it's a cloak of some sort, just like made of ravens, and definitely not a fashionable thing. It is stitched together parts.
She really doesn't like ravens.
Yeah, she comes out. One of the tree roots of her hut like comes up to like give her a little step, and then like lowers her down. And like this hunched figure just like moving with like this weird limp towards the manor.
She's coming to check out the goats.
And then she'll come over to the goat pen. You guys are keeping a distance. Can you guys make me a stealth checks?
Yep.
You insist.
Yep. I am one step behind Jessamine at all times.
Passive perception. Got it.
Very bravely hiding behind her.
Oh no!
No surprise.
Okay, she'll come over. The goats are just like making all kinds of weird people screams, as they tend to do.
Fucking goats.
Fucking goats. She'll come over to the pen, kind of like loom over, and out of the cloak comes a very elongated arm that should not really match a normal person's limb. It is long, lanky, very thin, this dark green, leathery color, long black talons, just grabs a goat around its neck, basically, just like holds it. It's struggling a bit, and then she just comes over, and then at that point she just stops, and her head just like with an unnatural speed snaps towards Vale, who she'll notice some sort of sound you've made, or maybe it's the coloration of your skin, and just notice you, and just smile, and make her way to her hut. And then again, another tree root comes in and just lifts her up, and door shuts.
Seraphina, I think you're safe. You're too small for her dinner.
Uh-huh. Looks like them goats are perfect size, though.
Jessamine.
Yes.
Do we wait till after dinner?
I think she saw you.
Me too. That makes me even more nervous.
If you want, I can approach.
A friendly face might help.
Yeah. I hope.
I guess we'll follow behind you.
She'll start making her way there. How far back are you guys hanging back? I guess it's
I don't
the
think
other
we
question.
should be that far back. Maybe a square and a half.
I'll be like 2 steps behind her, like close enough to kind of reach out and touch her if I have to.
Okay.
But
then in that
clearly behind her.
Yeah, then in that case, I'll actually move everybody to a new map. Actually,
Okay.
I will copy this group, and then let's move you all. Let's see, I want to make sure this shows up correctly.
I like the pink. The pink
That's
hair.
great.
It looks good. It looks good. Keep it.
I look like a girl now, at least, I guess.
It's Sailor Dungeon. I mean Sailor Dragon. Right, Seraphina, since your passive perception is so stupid,
It's
and
not
your
stupid,
stepper
it's
so behind
great.
me, it's fantastic. I'll let you know. You notice that Vale is visibly sweating, such that tieflings can sweat.
Oh.
Or I make whatever concerned response a tiefling physiology would have. Anyways, well, that's all you can tell. Like I am agitated and stiff or strained. What's the word I'm looking for there? Tense. That's the one. Yeah, very tense. Because I'm having.
Wait a minute. Where'd all your tokens go?
I don't know. I'm having flashbacks of the last witch house we went into.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand and like pat you on the head and whisper, "It'll be okay."
I flinch. What are you doing?
At that point, I'm gonna step behind you, so I'll be kind of directly behind you just in case I need to hide out of sight. Using your cloak, using your body. Walk behind you.
Is that you? You can't do that.
You're fine. You're fine. everything is awesome. That was totally out of character.
There we go. Now that works. Boop, boop, boop. Let's ignore these things. Okay. So. So Jessamine's coming up front. Vale, you're close behind.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Those that are not close, I'm just putting in a bottom left just to represent you guys are away from things.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So,
kind of close to Vale.
all right.
Like, enough that if I need to dive behind him, I can.
Okay. I'll just do that then. As you're approaching, Vale, something else sticks out to you that wasn't clearly seen from a distance. Set on the ground in front of the hut is what you can see, a large skull. Like it's the size, I would say it's maybe 5 to 7 feet long. I would think you can immediately tell it's a dragon skull. With the top of the cranium is cut off, and there's like it just cut off.
Huh. Okay. Sliced off dragon skull. Is there... Well, I suppose the lower half of a jaw of a dragon wouldn't have any particular distinguishing features for me to identify from the ghost visions that we were having.
Oh, you want to like identify like what kind of dragon it is?
Either what kind of dragon, or if there's enough there, can I tell like any indication that it was the dragon from the visions?
History check. History, or I guess dragons are like... I'll accept a history, nature, or arcana.
History, nature. Okay, well they're all the same, so I guess I'll go with the history I already rolled.
Sure. Oh, 7? Yeah, it's a dragon skull.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute, Tim.
Oh, I'm so kidding.
I was just letting you around.
Is there a cat in the corner? Do you actually have a cat? Is that cat there? That is a cat. It is a cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Behind.
That one's a real one.
I saw that thing
That one's
move
not a real
few
one.
times. Yeah, no. The black cat. I thought I saw it dart around, and I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
And then it was there.
Yeah, they're both. I see them. One's just staring. I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. Eventually, Jessamine
Okay.
comes up, like 15 feet away from the door, and just like, and she'll like focus for a bit, and make some magic happen, and a large chicken shows up, and just quickly grabs it by the neck, lifts it up, and she'll raise it and say, Madam Baba Lysaga, if this offering pleases you, may I speak to you? And you hear a as the door opens, and coming out of it, just you see first like the dark green hand just grab. It's a hand probably twice the size of your normal hands, 3 times for Seraphina. Just grab. Another one grabs like the upper corner, and you see this head come out. Let's see. Do I have a? There should be a handout for her. You see this figure show up, with like her long white, almost white and gray hair, braided with like raven skulls stitched into it. Her cloak, at this distance, clearly you can see it is just a macabre display of raven parts. Some fresh, some not. And she just, like, with her crooked nose, pointed chin, and her really dark, beaded black eyes, just furrowing and staring down at Jessamine. And there's, for a moment, her eye flicks to the side to see Vale not too far behind. And then back at her. It's like, if we're not disturbing you, Baba, you may approach. And Jessamine will come forward for a bit, and you just see her crooked hand just like do a little come hither motion, and the chicken is pulled out of her grasp and just right into her hand, and just starts chewing on it. Blood coming down. If I may, I'll just have her show up here. If I may, Baba Lysaga, I have brought some travelers who wish to speak to you. They have much request for your aid, for your magical prowess. And to kind of like bows, backing away, and kind of like gesturing to Vale. And then sees Seraphina sneakily up behind. It's like, oh. And just keeps her head down and just backs away, like oh, my liege. Yeah, she'll back away.
Okay. Mentally thinking, all right, do this right, do this carefully. All right.
I'm going to, just in case, sneak one of the gemstones into Vale's pocket. Just in case he needs a offering, because I saw.
Yeah, sure. You can just do so easily.
Okay. Just in
things on his mind.
Yeah.
No
You do it. There's no real role required for this, but you do it enough, and you kind of like pat him, like, hey, I got you a thing. Yeah. So,
just in case.
Yeah. So Vale, speak.
All right, I'll kind of lower my head a little bit and not like look directly at her, just kind of like at her feet area and be like,
Right now it's just her hands and her head croning out.
Okay. Well, the root area.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to offend her by looking right at her. I don't know if she'll like that or not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you've dealt with kings.
Good evening, Madam Baba, if I may call you that. I don't want to take any more of your time than I need to, so I will summarize. We ended up here, not realizing that there was anyone here, at the instruction of a fortune given to us by Madam Ava. Don't know if you know her. I see. Yeah, I don't really trust her either. But the purpose of our quest is to escape these lands. More specifically, to kill the one controlling these lands, so we can escape these lands. I think you know who we speak of. And the fortune told us that we may find someone here that could help us or direct us on this path of, we'll say, curse removing.
You wish a favor?
I wish a trade.
and just she'll like crone out a bit, and her neck's so like longer than you think would be normal. We'll kind of see all of you easily. Uh, Krieg is there, just like you see, like he is in front of Keskion, as any bodyguard should be. His hand is going up like for the blade, but then like turns into like just like motions to Keskion, like just in case. I'm ready. Ninja in the cyber city, yeah. Just for ease's sake, I'll just move people so Tim can see the token. It's been a while since I've had visitors. I will speak with you. One at a time. And just like leans back into her doorway and just like does another come hither motion as an opening. And just like
All right.
waits.
All right, I'm not gonna keep her waiting, but I'm gonna turn to Seraphina real quick and be like, if I don't come out in a little while, or you hear like weird sounds and shit, just run. There's no point.
Okay. I'm gonna shake my head while he walks away.
I'll make my way up carefully.
All right.
Into the...
You definitely walk up next to this large-ass dragon skull that you can see is hollowed out in the top, and what seems to be like a not really a cauldron. There's a seat in it, made of like not a finely crafted chair of any sort, but it's like wood pieces and other things put there to be like some sort of chair.
I'm imagining sort of like a captain's seat from or a pilot's seat.
Something like that, maybe. Yeah, and then as you appear, the door swings open, and a tree root comes, like a person would like go for a bird, put it in front of them, like, hey, step on. Goes right at your knee.
Yeah, all right. I'll step on the root.
Lift it up 10, 15 feet up to the doorway level, and just sit there in front, and you step in and the door shuts. No one should be able to see Corey's token. Yes, good.
Not in the building.
All right, cool.
I look around. What do I see?
You look around her hut, and let me read a couple of things. Let me make sure that's hidden. Okay. You see that the hut is about 15 feet on one side, packed with old furniture, including a wooden cot, a wicker cabinet, a slender wardrobe, wooden table, a stool, a bar-topped wooden chest reinforced with brass bands, and an iron tub, which you can see is soaked with blood. There is a now goat corpse there, what seems to have been like forcefully snapped at the base of the tub, and the tub is filled with blood. And lounging in this tub of blood is her.
That answers that question.
Yeah, in the middle of this room is a small wooden crib, which you can hear like
I want no part of that.
Don't mind the child. And you can see also beneath the floorboards there's this eerie green light just emitting. And for a moment, you thought like your heart is in your throat, but you can hear faintly a.
Hmm.
That was really talent. That's a lot of talent right there to make that noise.
That's good. It's impressive.
I can't think about doing that. Sorry, go.
What is it you seek?
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure what to ask of you, but assistance. Our goal is to destroy the demon that rules these lands, which I believe, seeing as how you are very against his eyes, that this may be something that you wish as well.
I think you're confused. And you can see like in her dresser is her cloak, just there of just raven parts. And I guess it will also be fair to assume like around the room is just various raven
Bits.
parts. Yeah.
I am.
These creatures don't spy for him. They spy against him. And I want nothing to meddle with my love. And then she'll take like her long clawed hand, just like scoop up some blood and just like pour it. Just rub it in.
Well,
Changed some theories, didn't it? Corey goes to corkboard.
in that case,
Tears things off.
nope. I just add. Never tear. Always add. Well, in that case, the reason we are doing this is to escape. Could you tell us of another way, leaving Helm alone, that we could leave these lands?
If it is more powerful answers you wish, I can give that. What do you have to offer? Many things you can give me. Or favors.
What is it that you need or would want?
She'll reach down to the side of the tub and just pull out like the head, and like holding it with like her claw tips, just holding the head of a small raven.
Mm-hmm.
I want these eliminated. Just tosses it. They hide among people. Bring me the head of their flock.
I'm seeing all the gears turn in Corey's head just looking at him.
Would it be a small answer if I were to ask, what are these ravens truly?
They are cursed. They can be these vile creatures. Or they can look like you. They can change when they want. And they've been hiding all this time. I will have no conspirators against my child.
I glance over at the baby carriage. Your child here? Or are there other children as well?
It is not him exactly, but I miss those days.
Of course.
I'm gonna table the thing. Continue. I'm just making notes for something else.
I believe that there is much that we must yet learn. Would it be fair that I do not ask of you for your side until we, or unless we manage to find and eliminate this head of the flock? If this comes to pass, perhaps we can seek you out again, but I do not know if we can accomplish this, and will therefore not ask of you until or unless we do.
You may always come to Baba, as long as you are not against him. Then we can be friends.
Understood. We had thought that we only had one option for freedom. Now we see there may be more.
There are always more. They hide. They whisper. And I feel... It just like, she leans up in the tub a bit and just sniffs the air around you. You smell like one. You have its essence. And for a moment, the crown-like scar that's around your forehead, just there's a not a searing pain, but just like an uncomfortable, like there's a little pressure there. And it fades after a moment.
I twitch. I still do not yet know or understand the many secrets and beings behind this land. I feel many influences in many places, and we are but dumb mortals, and I am trying to learn.
Baba can teach you.
Why?
You ask a lot of questions.
Of course.
Do you want something or not?
I believe that
You offered a trade.
yes. As you said, if I can learn enough to achieve these things, I will come back. As long as the door is open.
The meta narrative here is next session would be when Matt and Bobby can join, right?
Yeah.
Because it's about that
Yeah.
time frame they said so. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be home late tonight, so they're
yeah.
back in town.
So, what is the deal struck here to freedom of their status now?
So the
Like, yeah, because you didn't really bring up that your friends are the ones in trouble.
Okay, I guess continuing on this meta talk. So I know it was magical-ish, but I thought we were blaming like. No, that's right. At first, I was thinking it was the disease effect.
That was.
But then we talked about there was some magic stuff, and I thought we were just kind of like setting that aside.
Yeah, it was supposed to be initially like, okay, cool, they're disease or whatever, but then they started in the like, yeah, we're gone for like a month or so. Like, oh, okay. Yeah. I guess since we all had a nightmare thing, they're locked in their nightmares. Who can fix this? One of the Jessamine said like, oh, if anyone can fix this, Baba can fix this. Let's go see her.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And as long as Jessamine returns back to her little group safely, then your group would be safe.
Okay.
So, yeah. You're right. The ultimate goal here is, hey, Baba, fix my friends.
I have one other question, but I don't know if I can afford the payment.
Well, if the payment is to go kill the flock to free our friends, that's a whole nother conversation.
No, you wanted answers on how to leave, and she'll give you that if you give her that.
Right, okay.
That's the favorite for a favor. And if that's the deal you want to strike.
No. That's why I'm trying to be careful with my wording, because I don't want to strike a deal. Mm-hmm. I want to know the terms of the deal, so I can go do the thing before I get any... Like, I will come get the answers when I have achieved my side.
If you wish to think about it more, step aside.
As for right now, I forgot. 2 of our friends were locked in some sort of dream world where we recently escaped. We don't know how to wake them.
This is Morgantha's doing.
Yes. We fought with her a few times.
Is she slain?
We destroyed her in her spirit realm to include her possessed spirit windmill building monster thing.
Much she has learned. She was a most promising prodigy.
Well,
if indeed your friends are stuck, I can free them.
What would you ask of to free them?
You can offer me something. Your final breath. Your victories. Memory, body, courage, etc. I delight in misery. You give me misery. I'll help your friends. A deal has to have, and just lifts up her blood-soaked hands, a balance. If you wish to think about it, go outside.
Think about it. Go outside.
Thank you.
It just like
I will think.
dips lower in her tub a bit.
Okay, I'll step towards the door.
Okay. The door, like at the thought of like, okay, time to leave, the door swings open, and you step on the root and are brought back down.
All right, I'm coming back down. You guys see me muttering furiously to myself.
My notes. Yeah, Seraphina, Keskion, Vale has been gone for, what was that, like 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Like it was a lengthy talk, and there was silence on your guys' end.
What happened? Big bullet points. You were in there for a hot minute.
Summarize.
Did she offer you answers?
She offered answers. Yes, answers to questions I didn't know I had. Answers
Okay,
that I'm very concerned about. And solutions to our friends. But I don't. She asked in return some things, but I don't know what they actually mean. I don't know what
are
may
the
come
things?
of this.
Can she fix our friends?
I will explain what she said in
Exposition.
general. Blah, blah, blah.
So she wants misery?
Yes, suffering. I have
So
much suffering to
could we
provide, but
give her a memory of being miserable?
I've got that in spades.
I have a memory of being miserable. I mean, is that all she
Why?
wants? A memory?
But what will that mean? Dealing with this type of magic always ends in more than you think the bargain is worth. But we have to free our friends. So, what do you think? We all have memories of suffering.
The
Well,
door opens slightly.
Oof.
I feel like we can't give up anything physical. A lot of those were physical. Courage is not something you should give up. Your voice, tongue, breath, heart, none of that stuff doesn't sound.
I could just never talk anymore.
No. You talk way too much not to be able to talk. And you don't know any type of sign language. So that's not happening. You're slow at writing. No.
I'm just imagining like looking at the chicken scratch on the wall. It's like, yeah, you're not losing your voice.
Oh yeah, dude, fucking.
Yeah, to make sense of his notes, can people make me a DC 25 investigation check? You know.
I mean,
but it's so clear.
It all makes sense. It all makes sense.
Corey, we know how horrible your handwriting is.
Oh, for a moment I thought that was Curse of Strahd notes. was like, wow, you
Oh
can.
No,
no,
that's
that's
its
more
full
like
notes.
this.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. The door creaks open just a little bit.
But she can
Seraphina,
get our friends back.
yes, and we don't have many alternatives to know how to wake them up. Well, um, I can continue dealing with all the weird dark things that we run across if you'd like. But if you have a particular memory that you're not too fond of, then it's up to you. Keskian, how do you feel about any of this?
The tree base like shifts a little bit,
Impatience.
Okay, I have a memory.
or maybe just settling in.
I have a memory I want to get rid of. But I need you to tell me afterwards that my friend is dead. Just so I know that he's dead.
Explain enough for me to make this make sense to you.
Just say that Kellen is dead.
That's kind of blunt.
Just tell me that. I'll understand.
Can I also have Corey? Can you make me an insight check real quick
Uh-huh.
before we like delve into a thing that we're not getting anywhere near for? Nice. That makes sense of all your current dealings you've done. You're not sure that you have a choice of what you're offering for these. It's not like, oh, I want this memory. And most of these things, you get the idea that these aren't physical things. So it's not like, oh, my actual tongue. There's something to do with it. It's yeah. So
And time is another thing.
yeah, tongue could be voice, ability to speak, whatever.
Time, permanence.
Yeah.
I assume permanence for all of this, but who knows what it could fucking be, or how long, or if it's healable or not.
I'll also add a bit more to that 20 insight. When she was speaking these, some of these weigh more than others. In terms of value, is what you kind of gather from it. It's like, okay.
Could I tell which one seemed a little more interesting to her?
With a 20 insight, I'll say I'll add on to that. Let's see. Yeah, you guys can keep chatting. I'm gonna make notes here.
Okay.
I need to really run and pee real fast, so I will be right back.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm so glad he went to the swamp.
Damn it, Surge.
You chose this.
I didn't choose anything.
Okay. With your 20 insight, I'll let you know. So M is like a medium value, L is low, H is high. And as she said, there has to be a fair equivalence for this. And also just because I know you guys can be a little creative with your things, if you wish to offer something else that's not one of these, you can offer that too.
I have an idea, but I don't know if it will work.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Your misery for their salvation.
What's your idea?
Knowledge of a spell I don't know how to cast, or I can't cast.
But are we gonna? Surge said we might not get a choice.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
or
So-
how it
for
manifests.
certain things. If it's not one
Yeah.
of these things, who knows? You can straight up offer.
I was thinking regarding my backstory,
Mm-hmm.
not wanting to remember my friend's death would be a good memory to get rid of.
But is that misery?
It is miserable
No, is
watching
the
your
result of
friend
you
get
forgetting.
killed.
That's the thing. Does she want the memory of misery, or does she want to take a memory that will make you miserable now?
With your 20 insight, it's something that will cause you misery. Like, wants you to be more miserable. Because if she's just taking your misery, then you're like, oh, okay, cool. Have all my bad feelings.
Yeah.
Unless
So she'd really be taking like a fantastic memory.
I know trust like
It
that. Oh, but
seems like some of this stuff might be related to, I guess, if you want to talk in terms of mechanics, it
Oh.
may end up like affecting us like ability score wise and stuff.
there are definitely mechanics to this
Yeah.
because this is D&D after
Yeah.
all.
yeah.
Yeah, and you have an idea of like their value based on her tone with your insight.
Well, Cascon, if you believe she may be interested in this,
She is willing to talk.
I guess I'll step forward.
All right.
I don't really know too much about your friends, but I have something that I'm here in this world for.
if you can help them, I will help you, and we will need them to help us.
All right. So you make your way there. Krieg is following. Uh, do I go with you?
We're a team.
Oh,
I guess
she
we're
said one.
technically one.
Am I even a person? Just, you get on the tree roots, it lifts you up, and when you step in, the door shuts. Krieg is not with you.
Okay.
He's like, oh, that's rude. I guess I'll wait here. I guess. All right. Similar, you see the room interior, blah, blah, blah. A and still bathing in blood is Baba Lisaka.
So really?
Hello, child.
Hello. It is an honor to meet you, Baba. I guess I got the gist of what you are offering and what you are looking for. And I was wondering what you might be looking for in return for knowledge of what I seek.
Ooh. Yeah, those work. Okay. What is it you seek?
I come from probably a land a little bit more disconnected than most here, but I performed a Seder, which led me to a vision of a relic that grants wishes that is here in this land.
You wish to find this relic?
I wish to destroy it.
Oh. Interesting.
The last time it was used, at least in my land, it engulfed my entire home, my hometown, in a sea of cursed fire.
Wishes can be very temperamental, bending the rules of reality.
Let's say this is a way of me recorrecting the planes.
Correct me if I am mistaken. You want an answer of how to destroy this thing.
Yes.
Menu of options. I can grant you power, an item, to let you achieve such a task. Knowledge on where it is, how to find it. Just waits.
I would wonder if you would be interested in some of the schools of thought of magic from my world, in particular, the theories on how to craft one of the most powerful spells in my world. Mechanically, I'm offering the knowledge in theory craft behind Reality Marvel.
This is me, DM, thinking, what would she do with this information?
Oh, Tim. What is this thing?
But also the meta question there is, if you can't cast it, not that you're going to in this adventure anyway,
No.
what's the point then?
It's not a spell I can cast, and it's not a spell most can cast, but the theory behind it is documented. Is what I was getting at, but I don't know. It was just something I had in the back of my mind when this came up.
Yeah. You see she takes her clawed hand, just like scratches at her chin. Can I also have, what's your passive perception?
It's not great. It's 12.
12? Okay. There's something about her that seems a little different, but at the moment you're too concentrated on the conversation. You're like, oh, maybe because you're up close now, it's hard to tell. To give up magic, knowledge of this magic, would that not sever your capabilities?
I see. This is a little bit more literal than I had thought. So, as opposed to a trading of information, it seems like you want something a little bit more tangible.
Something more personal.
take my luck and help my friends. I've not had good luck anyways.
You want your luck taken?
In exchange for the return of my friends to consciousness.
I mean, technically, you haven't actually met them. They're just unconscious.
My friends' companions' consciousness.
I shall accept your luck. And just, let's see, how will she do this? Let me read luck.
That fucking line. That line stressed me out right there. How would she do this?
She, well, like, there has to be a physical representation of this. She will, this is what she'll do.
That's your line.
This is what she'll do. I know. This is how she'll do. She will reach down her hand, cup some blood, and like hand it over. Drink, and our deal is done.
And I gingerly take what I can without coughing it up.
Yeah, you like both your hands go around her hand, like the back of it, and then like her fingertips, and just like you drink, like a not a big gulpful, just it's blood, it's irony, and then it's like there's something else in there too, like and whatever else she's bathing in, and then you drink it, and nothing has changed that you can sense. But she pulls back and just like, the deed is done.
Thank you, Baba.
One of them
Graciousness.
shall awake.
One?
Well, I've done what I can. Thank you for your graciousness.
You open the door. Krieg is there. He's like, everything fine? He's like, oh, she's gross. Old woman naked. Ugh. Are you fine? What did you?
My luck, whatever that means. So, this might suck. But my luck's never been great anyways.
Cool. Well, I guess I'll just watch over you more so now.
Also, it only was enough for one of your friends.
Leans over to the group. It's like, just one. And then a tree root comes up to lower you back down.
What would a victory be, you think? What victory would she take?
Are we talking assumptions right now? Because I feel like there's a spread of a variety of options for each of these things. The first thing that comes to mind for victories is experience or levels. Something like that.
I'm making a note, Tim, on your character sheet on I'll just put it in bonds.
Okay.
Giving up luck just as like it's there, and yeah, that's all.
Or it would be like items we've gotten from a victory. Like recent dagger I've received.
You can always ask.
I should have asked. Oh well.
I suppose. Well, I'm trying. What else could we offer? Bring us suffering.
I don't know what hopes are. Our hope. Or swiftness.
You probably don't want to give up your swiftness as rogue, right?
Stop chewing.
Probably not.
Just saying that right now.
Yeah.
But this is probably not what you want to give up as a rogue.
I guess we can always ask her.
The door.
You could probably ask what my luck entails because
Yeah.
I forgot to ask.
The door is still like swinging a little bit.
I guess I haven't talked to her yet. I guess I'll go talk.
All right, you scamper up past this large dragon skull that is way above you,
Hey, Simon.
and then you are in.
Oh.
Do I notice anything different than anyone else with my passive perception?
With your passive perception, something's different, just a little bit different. There's less wrinkles on her. Like, barely. It's still leathery and things, but it's... From a distance, she seemed older. And she is starting to, like, emerge out of her tub as you come in.
I'm gonna lower my eyes.
Yep. It just like, I don't want to see none of that. You hear the footsteps, the dripping of blood. She will make her way towards the wardrobe. As if you're not there. You still hear the coming from the floorboards of like the green lights like glowing with the beat. She will grab her raven part cloak, drape it across her, and just make her way towards this wooden chest and just like sit on it. I am proper now.
I guess I'll lift my eyes up a little, but still respectfully keeping them a little low.
Yep, she's just like on her thing, but like hunched over. Her long limbs are just croning over. So
Madam,
so small, yet so brave. Speak.
Madam, Baba, I've heard what my friends, what was offered in exchange for my friends, to be awake again, and I'm just a little confused, and I would really like my friends to be awake. Could you provide some clarification on what you would like from us in return?
There is a strange power when it comes from joy. It inspires people. It changes things. Much like darkness, pain, suffering does. Giving that inner energy, that potential for good and change. I can change things with that. I can tip the cosmic scales. If there is one of those options you have a question on, I will clarify.
Only one?
Don't test my patience.
Yes.
And the this crib, you hear it, and her long hand just comes over and just like rocks it a bit. Shh. The crying stops.
Victories. Would you clarify victories?
She'll lean down. Does Seraphina have any are any of her weapons like visible?
Um,
Or are they like tucked away neatly?
they're pretty tucked away.
Okay. But she will. I mean, you do have a bow. The bow is really hard to hide, honestly.
Yeah.
She'll point her hand, her whole hand, arm just goes over the crib, basically over your head, and just points down at you, and say, "You have felled many things before, haven't you?"
Yes.
You're not so sweet and innocent as you give off the impression of. You're no stranger to combat.
I do what I have to do.
If I take your victories, nevermore will you deal the killing blow.
That would have been perfect for me. Because I don't ever need to deal a killing blow.
What?
Can you offer your victories and nevermore triumph against your enemy? And sees that you're thinking like, ooh, but I like my damage. Such a sweet little killer.
I would not be able to survive on my own if I can't.
And forevermore you shall depend on others to save you.
I can't depend on others. They all leave in the end.
Just commenting, you don't have to make a deal.
No.
No.
And even if it's not your friend's thing, you can want to do a personal thing too. Like Tim did. Or inquired about. But the level of the what's needed as payments might change depending on what you want personally.
Oh, I need more time to think about what I want personally. I don't know.
What is it you want, child? Let Baba help.
Well, what I really want won't ever happen.
Share with Baba.
I wish I could right some wrongs in the past and bring someone back to life.
Is that all? I was expecting something else. That is simple.
Hold on, Meta, what were you expecting?
That's her answer.
Bringing someone back to life is simple? Even though they've been dead for a very long time?
It's something I can do.
What would you need in return?
Something of a high stake for such a thing. After all, they've been dead a while, as you said. I assume they're not of here, in this plane.
No. No, they're from a place very far away from here.
They will live again.
What can I do to get them back?
What do you offer?
Well, I'm really good at sneaking around and stealing things. Is there anything you want from someone?
Does she? There is a trinket I wish to be returned to me.
I can do that.
And a partial, small payment from you. Consider it an advance. So, Meta, you don't have to offer a high stake offering. Can be lower. A could be maybe low to medium offering. She hasn't really said that. And then the task. Complete the task. The deed will be done. They will live. This
So, like, I would just give something
so
like,
so initially you wanted something you wanted this person to live again. She said, given that challenging task of bringing someone back from the dead that has died a long time ago from somewhere else, she can do that at the cost of a high stake thing. I don't know if you were gone for this because people like left for things. Do you know what the letters mean at the end of things? Did you hear that part?
no, I was peeing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I posted in chat again, and this is what Velathor kind of determined with his insight that certain things she said have more stake in things. M is medium, H is high, L is low. So you can just straight up do a high thing, and he will be resurrected. Given an offering of your skill set, it will low maybe. Medium is definitely now on the table for it, and the offering of this task. But this offering that you give, this personal offering, will be the advance payment first. Don't you want to see him?
Um, what would my final breath entail if I were to?
Final breath. That last moment before you fight for your survival is mine. 2 chances you'll have.
Oh damn!
That one's a pretty rough one, but if we're careful enough, we can avoid it entirely.
Your
Jeez.
breath, so he can breathe.
And
A
breathing.
moment for a lifetime. I think that's more than fair.
I think that is quite fair.
And she'll like skitter a bit with her lanky arms and legs just like over the crib, just looming over you.
What is the item you need me to retrieve?
Do we have an agreement?
Yes.
Is this just for her thing to do her thing, or is this encompassing both that and our other
This is just her
passed out
thing.
one?
That's all.
This is
Okay.
a personal thing.
This is a personal thing.
Okay.
Leaving it to you. All right. She's like, then it is done. And then she'll lean in and take her crooked claw right underneath your chin, just like lift it up, and just say, she'll like, breathe. And as you expel, it's as if your lungs are being like compressed somehow, just for a moment, and you see this ghostly essence just come out from your mouth, and then into her. She's just like, thank you. Creak back to her original position. Yeah, Serafina, you now only make 2 death saves.
Mm-hmm.
This trinket I require was stolen from me. It lies in the castle. It is an eye wrapped around the neck of its attendant, a groundskeeper. Retrieve this item, bring it to me, and I'll hold my end of the bargain.
Okay.
Sounds fair.
Thank you.
She'll lean over and just like part your hair just a little bit with just a claw. Thank you. I can breathe easier. I think you have another friend still waiting. The door opens.
I'll back out slowly.
You got the COVID.
I'm not gonna tell them about my personal deal right away.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I will let them know what the two choices that I found out about entail. With the victory being not being able to make the last strike or losing one of your death saves for the medium.
Mm-hmm.
Final breath.
Well, did she wake the other one? Or did you just ask about it?
I just asked for clarification.
And then Jessamy just looks at you, Vale, just like, okay. I think it's up to you, friend. I'm not willing to offer anything for your friends.
Oh yeah. I don't blame you. That's fine.
You could probably ask for clarification of one or two of the other ones. I got two out of it. So
You could probably inquire about mine.
Oh yeah, luck.
There's a hand that comes out of the door frame, just does the...
God damn it. Alright, I'll make my way back up.
Yeah, you see her dressed with her raven attire.
Madam Baba.
Yep, she is currently like rocking this crib back and forth with one hand.
Mm-hmm.
And without looking at you, just like, have you thought about what you want to offer for your friends?
I have. And I wanted to ask. Could there be something I could trade that perhaps the child needs that would be worth waking my other friend?
You say that, and like the rocking just stops.
Mm-hmm.
And just lets go of the crib. Just lowers your hand down, like, you may inspect.
oh,
Okay, I'll go take a peek in the crib. What's I see?
What do you
Maximum
see?
perceptions.
You pull back the little like veil that's on top of it just a bit, like what's underneath. What you see is at first like, okay, that's like a real baby foot, and then you start seeing the rest of it. It has the shape and appearance of a baby. It moves. It's slightly wrapped up in what seems to be, it's nicer than her cloak, but it's like stitched together raven feathers that have like some sort of a blanket to it. But this baby has like cracks to its skin. It's almost like it's not flesh. This baby doesn't have like eyes to it. It's like painted on. The mouth does move though. The fingers move. The toes move a little bit. It is by all means a thing that resembles a baby. And there is a clipped like a small clip to the front of this raven feather blanket that it has. I don't think I ever shown. I'm pretty sure I've shown it before. Have I shown a crest before?
A couple crests. I mean, which
Okay.
one? I think we've seen Strahd's crest.
There you
I think
go.
we've seen.
You can instantly recognize it as the crest of the Strazanbarovich family crest. Like a little like metal pin, just like there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, can you make me an Arcana check?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yep. It's definitely not a living creature by all means. It's probably a golem of some sort.
I see.
I'll also say because it's just open in there, there is like a. I guess like how would I. Like scratched onto the side of the crib is the name Strad von Zorovich.
I noticed that. Ah. Well, I suppose you can provide everything the baby needs.
I took care of it before, and I shall again.
Of course.
I
was
am
wondering.
his true mother.
And I'm sure you're very proud of him now.
So proud.
He has done quite a lot in these years. It's a lot. Could I ask, what would it mean to give my tongue or my luck?
Your tongue. She will quickly lean down, just grab your chin, just across here, and just like give a little bit of pressure to the side of your mouth, just like Oh, I didn't realize the camera makes my tongue white. I didn't realize that. I was like, oh god, I gotta clean my tongue. Shit.
I was wondering about that.
It's a camera thing. She will pinch at your jaw bit. She's like, and she'll say, "You seem to be quite fluent in negotiations, small talk, and such."
Cough.
Yeah. Your tongue will make things quite difficult for you, wouldn't it? Difficulty with speech will not get you as far with your dealings. Luckily for you, I don't require pretty words. So difficulty speaking. Your luck. Well, I might choose to intervene when I deem it necessary. A few times. I might bend your luck a bit. Yeah, Tim.
What's that?
I thought you were laughing at that.
Luck.
Kinda. It's a little fitting that you choke it.
Yeah.
It's like, ha, fuck you, Tim. Now I can do it to you.
This is fair.
So, mechanically speaking, a medium gave back a friend. You can do a medium. You can do like 2 lows. If you do a high, she might give something more than just, here's your friend back. If you want to negotiate such a thing. Since you're the last one, might as well put that out there. And then she'll let go of your jaw. And go back to cooing the baby. And she'll just grab like a random like baby trinket, like a rattle, just like.
Another baby Strahd.
Oh, that was weird. They're really gonna pay for fucking being gone.
Yeah. Do you know what she did to me?
The sacrifices. Oh man.
I mean, their initial payment's going to be, hey, they're still level 5 for a bit.
Yeah.
True.
Because I think you guys just hit level 5 like 2 sessions before that. No, it was the last session before that. I think you guys leveled up at in Velaki. I think. Did you?
I think it's been like 2 sessions.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, because it was before. It was like when we did like the first thing there, but then we had a whole session in the town, and then the session in the swamps, getting us to here.
Yeah. So honestly, they haven't been gone that long, for game session wise, but yeah, they can be 5 for a bit.
Still.
They don't get a free easy pass. I didn't take your tongue yet. Why you at a loss for words? Oh, Tim. It's gonna look absolutely fantastic when I put this all together and your camera's just constantly changing.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we have been fighting fate this whole time, so I will offer my luck for my friend, such that it doesn't end in my demise, hopefully.
Your luck. I've already been offered luck.
Oh no!
I had a feeling. I see.
What is it you want? And what is it you want? Not, and just like sticks her claw tip right in your forehead just a bit, just to push. Not him. Not his desires. Your desires.
My desire is very complicated, for it involves quite a few desires that all connect together. Some that I want to be severed from, and some I want to return a connection to. Though there are many questions I still have. So I don't know what to ask for to accomplish these things yet. There is a being I don't know that I am connected to, that I wish to understand. And there is another being that you know that I wish no longer to be connected to. But a debt is difficult to get away from. And then there is one that I seek to destroy. One that owes me its existence. But I do not know who it is. All of these, I feel, are difficult to ask for. And even if I could, I wish to achieve them in whatever ways within my power.
If
Though I
you offer me something greater, you can come back to Baba with your question, and I shall answer it. Whenever you wish, you can just call me. Just, I'm wiping drool off my face because I'm like, but it's like the blood.
yes. Before I ask about grander deals, and perhaps we find ways to redirect power that I don't want. I need my friend.
Yes. It just crouches down to your level.
Mm-hmm.
Speak.
The being that I wish to be severed from. If I were to find a way to destroy him, would that be of interest to you?
The dark powers mean nothing to me. But Xanthres, the Kingmaker, as he calls himself, his prison shall remain intact. Destroying him is rather difficult. It is, in fact, the dark powers that be that make all of this happen. It is what, as you say, keeps you trapped. And it is, if it eases your worry, their tomb is locked and guarded. I've made sure of that.
I see. Perhaps I will call upon you when I learn of what I can do. But for my friend, what would you need of my voice?
She'll put her finger right on your lips.
Mm-hmm.
This shall be you forever. That is quite authoring for such a talkative one. And I can smell you have some arcane gifts. I hope you have no incantations. Would be a poor choice, but I would gratefully take pleasure in that.
Well, I couldn't learn anything to accomplish any of the things I need to if I were to give that up.
Nor ask your question.
Nor ask my question.
It would be a really poor choice.
Yeah, I'm not. Sorry, hold on.
Yeah, even for Seraphina, our rogue, who is an arcane trickster, would be a terrible choice.
Yeah.
And then all such just.
There's gonna be a whole lot of that. God damn it.
Again, it could be something else you want to offer that's not on that list. I just have like an actual thing.
If you learn Misty Step, you can always offer up your swiftness.
I don't know. I'm blanking so hard right now. I can't think of fucking anything.
As lovely as your inner turmoil is, I have business. You're taking
Shit.
precious time.
Of course.
I have plans.
I gotta get pretty for a date.
Ask about hope.
Does Vale even have hope?
No.
That's the interesting question. Why do they make my tongue white? I don't get it. It's an eye thing.
You know, I'll be honest. I've been looking up and down this list, and I haven't seen Hope forever because it's next to your name, and I kept skipping over your name.
Fair enough. That is how I came up.
What would it be to give hope?
This is your last clarification.
Yes, it is.
And just looms over you, kind of like, and the room gets dimly lit, even for your dark vision, and you just barely see her face right in front of you. You will know true fear. It just leans back, and the room gets lighter, back to its normal lit light levels. And for a moment, your heart stopped. Of just like, I'm terrified.
What's the actual side effect of hope?
I'm not telling you the mechanical things of it. I've described it, and you guys have determined to deduce to things. I will tell you about voice because that's a terrible idea. But she also did say, like, you won't be able to do things. I hope you don't have any incantations. That's not me saying, if it's a verbal component to a spell, I'm not going to...
Sorry, so what happens if we're
I would do hope for victories,
I know
honey.
fear.
Or two lows, you know. Two lows, a medium,
victories.
or a
We can
high to
that
get
roll.
something more. Do.
It's terrible.
She puts her hand on your chest and just like, you're trying my patience, and just starts shoving you towards the door.
Mm.
And she shrunk.
Yeah. How about
Stops.
memory?
I don't think that would be enough.
And
My body.
she'll take her hand, grab your head with it. Take her other hand, put it against your chest. This is what you offer.
That's what I offer.
Done. And for memory, she takes her claws and kind of like pinches the side of your temples a bit. Just like a little bit of blood drips. And her body, she'll let's see, Vale. Does Vale have? I'm trying to look at your character model. Do you have hair at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, no. Because you're a tiefling, I'm going to do this. She'll go up, grab your horns, and then just, like, with her claws, just, like, pinch off like a good couple inches off of one of your horns, just breaks, and it takes it,
Ow.
puts it away. Done. Your friends shall awake.
They better be grateful I did this for a complete stranger.
Thank you, Madam Baba.
And then shove. And you haven't realized at this point, you've been like backing, she's been slowly backing you towards the door. It's been open this whole time. And then push. And you like,
Boop.
whoop, land.
Ow.
The hut starts rising out of the thing. You scamper away from the vines. And the roots just like starts turning like a crab does. And then just starts wandering off towards the west, where it came from. And eventually disappears from sight.
Alright, well, at least I think we have another lead. We can follow the ravens.
I want you to know, I have a fucking headache. Like a sharp one.
I don't know anything to help that out. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying that in real life.
Oh,
I have a legit
I'm sorry,
fucking headache.
honey. That's no good. Well, that was eventful. What's wrong with your horn? I look up, like really look up at it.
Can we make a deal? I really don't like saying that. Can we not make any more deals with
Evil
every
ladies.
magic creature? Okay. I'll pick myself up. Jessamine. I think we're done here. Can you
I would like to leave here too.
show us back?
Yeah, I'm writing into a couple of things.
Yeah. What do I need to know that will affect for me?
I put it into your flaws.
Oh, okay. Where am I? All right. Okay.
It's just the one.
Oh, the one in the middle?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to put it in the middle, but yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Actually, technically, I'll put that in bonds since that's been a deal. Yeah. And Serafina, like, mechanically, it's just like that. At times, it's hard to breathe. Let's see, for Casquion.
Little body, little lungs.
Yeah. Casquion, giving up luck. I put that in your bonds already. Cool. Yeah. And your body, she just took a piece. What to do with, she'll do later. Who knows what? Yay! And eventually the hut just is out of sight. Given that we won't see your friends, rather we won't see your other two companions until next session, like we don't need to rush to get back to them. If you guys wish to do other things.
I think we should look around at these little houses that are the ruins.
I figured since we got the most immediate concern out of the way, I would like to ask you guys. Do you know of anything about wish-granting MacGuffins?
I think so.
Or relics?
I assume so. I heard wish granting.
In
I'm
this
just like
area.
What was that playing in the background?
It's Erica reading.
Oh, okay. I also heard wish something. So, sorry, who were you asking that? You're asking Jasmine?
I'm asking all three.
Oh, okay. I don't think they know of anything that grants wishes.
I don't think we have anything on that.
Yeah.
I don't know what a MacGuffin you're talking about is.
Okay. Just figured I'd ask. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, you mean this thing?
It's a sword of wishes.
Yeah. I'll show you a wishbone.
I'll show you. Cool. Well, that was a thing. That was that. And as the tree leaves, I guess because of the distance, it wasn't clear to see. But now that you guys were up there and in front, as the tree was leaving, that dragon skull lifts up and just follows.
So what were you saying about her loving Strahd earlier?
We should not have dealt with her. Well, I guess
We
didn't
kinda
have
had
many
no
choices. Fucking.
You feel better about the Ravens now?
I feel better about nothing.
I feel better about the Ravens. What's up, bud? I've always liked Ravens.
So who's been watching us?
Marty.
And why does she have such a hard-on for Strahd?
Well, after seeing her monster golem thing, she is either Strahd's lover. She was either once his caretaker of sorts, and how he learned to seek out darker magics, or some dark magic was the cause of his existence. She is his mother, or his nursemaid turned evil mother.
What's another term? Proprietress? No. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, that could work.
Oh, not a term for like nursemaid?
Play on.
Wet nurse?
Wet nurse, yeah.
What are they called? Maid something. Yeah, wet nurse is another term, I guess. I'll look it up later.
Yeah. She doesn't want us to interfere with the demon.
Midwife, that's the word.
Oh yeah.
Oh, midwives are people who birth babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
They don't-
in the realm of like things that she could be, and similar to what you guys were saying.
Yeah.
I was like, there's Handmaiden's Tale. That's where I got the word midwife. Yeah.
English is weird.
Yeah.
There are many questions in that. But there are many things that we thought that may not be so. If the ravens do not serve Strahd, then who do they serve? And if it is,
What is it, Marty?
It kind of just hops up a little bit.
Did Timmy fall down a well? Does anyone get reference in this realm?
It
nobody
flutters.
knows what you're talking about.
It flutters away and then comes back again.
Here is the name.
I'll
up.
go that direction. What's in that direction?
It seems that there are many things we misunderstood. And if you can understand, then can you lead us to some answers? Because maybe you are the ones that we seek.
I assume this is towards the raven.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like, like
I'm
flies,
already going that direction.
flies a bit, waits for you guys to like catch up, and it
Yeah.
hovers a bit.
All right.
Okay,
yeah.
let's follow the
just
raven.
made-
Come on, let out.
Show us without dying to the direction that we're going. Yep. The bird thing.
All right.
I don't know how she feels about it.
She's like, and like takes out her hand to like start the ray of frost thing. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
are we seriously following some bird?
Yep.
Yes.
Seems like the most sane thing we've done since we got here.
We've
It
always
may
been
lead us.
we've always been told that the ravens conspire against Baba.
They
Yes.
conspire against one that Baba protects, but not you guys.
I don't fully trust them,
Well, you
but
don't need to trust them.
but it is somewhat in the direction back to my little home. So for now, I'll allow it to live. And
Thank you.
yeah, kind of keeps back a bit and just following the group. As you guys are going through, let's see, what time is it? 7, 8. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. It gets to, you guys follow it all the way to the river shoreline, passing through a bunch of ruined places where you also see more and more of these scarecrows littered everywhere that remain motionless, but you guys give them birth to not disturb them. The raven gets nowhere near them. It just like stays up in the sky for a bit. For a moment, as it like flies over a scarecrow, that scarecrow like looks up at it, and you guys like keep your distance. It keeps looking at that raven. Eventually, gets further enough away that it doesn't change its gaze anymore.
Imagining the GTFO like zombies and they so like glow and light up as they start moving, and then we're just like waiting until it's
Oh.
Something like that, yeah. Like the what's it, the sack that it has for his face. Like there's a glow to it. There's like a somewhat of a face design to the glow. The thing shakes a bit, and then it lies motionless again.
Everyone, crouch.
Really, Obi?
Crouch.
Go careful.
1, 2, 3. Bye bye. Eventually you guys are led to the river shore. where it is kind of just hovering over the water. And I'll say with, just for ease of sake and time, with your guide, and you guys like basically saying like, guess we got to cross. She will put away the ray of frost that she had prepared and just like start like doing like water bending, or like the swamp benders from Avatar. Just like doing a little bit and basically casting shape water to give some movement. And you guys are, she's basically doing the little bit of Moses thing to just like move water, and she is struggling to like hold it up. Seraphina, it's still like too full up for you to like really walk through because it's like up to everyone's knees. So you definitely again
So
back
I
on.
will climb onto.
Yep.
Oh, one of your
The
handles is
shoulders.
shorter than before.
Yeah, one of your handles is shorter. Your controls are a little off.
I'll just like hold on to his cheeks from now on, like underneath it.
No.
What?
Like instead of like grabbing onto his horns, I'll just like hold on.
Just
to
go
his
5
cheeks.
and 7,
This
not
is-
10 and 2.
Yeah, this is yeah. Don't do this. This is no. This
I will
hurts.
back.
This
Get
hurts.
the fuck off my face.
This hurts me.
Okay, I'll grab on the what's left of his horns.
Consent. Yeah, eventually, through some effort, Jessamine guides you all here. And you get to a point where... Let me see, where is this? Aha. You get to a point... Let me drop you.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh gosh, standing stones. Let us not travel back in time.
You get to a point where you're traveling down a pathway, and let me see if I can grab this other token. Where is this token? Aha. There is. Yeah, you start getting through the marsh, and you see what is before you: standing stones in a ring-like fashion. It's similar. It's different, but it's similar to what you guys seen before. And this raven lands right here. Just like on the standing stone, just like.
We shall approach the stone.
I guess I'll wander over there.
Let's see. A dozen moss-covered menhirs. I guess menhirs is like what the thing is called. What they call it, Stonehenge. It's just like another word for Stonehenge. Form a near perfect circle around this spongy earth, and you can see like the center of it is flooded with swamp water. These weathered stones range in height from 15 to 18 feet, similar to the other stones you were bound to. A couple of them lean inward. And yeah, as you approach this raven, you see that there's a bit of light that comes from this person, this raven, but eventually shifts to that of a woman. Just
Oh.
holding a gnarled dagger in one hand.
I really, really hope most of those ravens were not shapeshifters on her cloak.
Pretty sure just about all of them were.
And she's just looking at you. This woman's looking at you with serious intent. Of just like, well, you're alive. And Jessamy's like, I knew it!
Stay quiet. The adults are talking, but
Jessamine, calm down.
Yes, we are very much alive. And you're a human. Thing.
a were-raven, lycanthrope.
That is what I am. Yes.
I only have one important question that I think I know the answer to now. Are your people for or against the damn devil?
We've always stood against him.
Glad half of my paranoia was warranted. I say sarcastically. Okay.
How much have you offended these people without knowing?
Not
I
at
gotta
all.
ask because I haven't been around you this long.
Just an assumption.
I've done nothing to them, but based on everything that we heard the entire time we were here until literally today, I've been terrified of them. Thought they were going to kill me at any moment.
Well,
Well,
that,
we
then
thought they were
dragged my-
spies of he who must not be named.
well,
All right, just so we're all on the same page. Hello. We want out. You know how, and we know how, but we need help getting there.
well, to leave here is a predicament, as you are aware.
So I've understood so far.
Mm-hmm. I see that you've survived Baba Lysaga.
Somehow.
In exchange for some metaphysical, disabilities.
Are you, since inquiring on your previous question, you also oppose the devil?
Oh, I hate him. And right now he's at the top of my I want to destroy this damnable thing list.
He
It's
doesn't
normally.
seem like the kind of guy I want to be in cahoots with, especially if I'm yeah.
Yeah. You can see that this woman is maybe in her late 40s. She seems rather seasoned.
We
It's-
haven't met her before, right? It's not
No.
the same woman.
I know the token looks like the barkeep. Different person,
Okay.
but still like that,
You only
like
have so many
black
portraits
black
to work
yeah
with.
black hair with black hair with like some silver streaks in there, and like of course some like raven decor to her attire.
Mm-hmm.
They were probably watching us there. So. She likes the ravens. She takes care of the ravens. The connection, they might know each other.
I feel she knew a lot more about us than we thought when we first walked in there.
Mm-hmm.
Who is it that your people serve, if anyone?
We don't serve anyone.
How did you come to this stalemate of sorts?
My family has been cursed for a long time. We cannot leave this realm, and we are not burdened with the loss of memory as others have. It could be our curse that guards our minds. Who knows what else? Perhaps.
Well, I don't know. Eidetic memory sounds pretty awesome.
Just a nerd.
But the devil has always hunted us, because we would not fall in line. So we hide. We watch for travelers, for new visitors into this realm. I have seen, I have heard of your deeds. We stay very well connected.
Makes sense.
Certainly seems like it.
If you indeed are against the devil, then perhaps we can use you, and you can use us.
Well, at first glance, it certainly seems like our goals are aligned. And if you... Well, I can imagine there are quite a number of ways that people that have been stuck in these lands for so long, what you know, what you see, could do to help us. More than I would even know how to ask. So, yes, I at least, and I'll glance back at the others, am more than willing to help.
Well, I'm certainly not going to leave the people of this realm to this entropy if I can help it, even if my goal was initially different.
Seeing that you have survived Babali Saga, I feel I can trust you. I did hear about your, and kind of points to your neck. I've heard of your incident.
There's a lot to that. I'm still trying to figure out.
That's fair. Well, I feel like our interests, as you said, are in a line. And the best way for us to be free of this prison is to end the one who rules this. However, he is indeed powerful. And I think I know how to weaken him.
Very
Yes.
And just taps on the stones. These are ancient. These have been here ever since I've been young. Further beyond that, these are older than the castle itself. And while my kind do not agree with my investigations, they feel it's too risky to be out here so close to those and her that hunts us. I think it's a risk willing to take. This Mehir, this circle of stones, has ancient power to it. Strahd draws his power from this. These were once, from what I determine, to be ancient shrines to some powers that are now long forgotten. These have been desecrated.
Do we know the manner of Seder desecration he used?
I don't know. I am not gifted in the arcane. It's just a feeling. I can feel some energy from this. And from my research I've done, I know I've risked exposing my family to the Vistani, but I've heard tales of ancient beings that have created the land.
We have heard tales like that too.
Of the Ladies Three.
Yes.
Progenitors, are they like the norms of? Wait, you guys probably wouldn't know that. So,
At some point,
they're like sword spinning tails, or spinning fate rather.
sorry, say that last bit again.
So it's kind of like they weave fates or or like time or.
I believe there are more Mehirs around Barovia. There are 3, like the 3 ladies.
The hunter, the seeker, and the weaver.
There you go. Yes, them.
So this one you believe might be the weaver?
This is knowledge outside of Keskion's thing. The party will recap you at some point. There are 3 of these. This is the Swamp Fane.
So the weaver she was the one in the swamp, correct?
I believe this was her Fane, yes.
And there are 2 others.
So, you believe that Strahd may be drawing power from these sites?
I believe he has slain them and has taken power from them.
So how do you believe we rectify the situation?
If these shrines are consecrated again, past errors, past crimes undone, perhaps his connection to these fanes will be severed, and he'll be weaker. I think he took some aspect of their gifts before.
Perhaps like a mystical magical force field that pops in at odd moments to protect him?
Or it's the items that he took the magic from were put into items. What if the things we're seeking have a connection to this? I mean, we're 2 out of 3, correct?
Who knows?
So what if the power, like...
Yeah, this is the second circle of stones you've seen. She hasn't mentioned the first one. What a lore heavy episode this is.
Fuck
the
yeah.
tools that we're searching for, the Vistani said that that's going to help us defeat Strahd. What if they have connections to each of the circles?
I do not know of these treasures, these items. These sound like weapons. That is, if that is indeed what you are seeking, what you have, those are weapons to fight against him. If these fanes are corrected, Strahd will just be weaker.
The holy symbol, the knife.
I think those are just... I don't think they're connected.
Keskion, your detect magic goes off. There is a faint hum of magic to these stones. faint. Magic wise, like, does it belong to a school of magic? Hard to really tell if it does. Let me see if I can find like more information on it. Swamp Fane. Swamp Fane. Hmm. There is a complex weave of various. Tim, can you hear me? There is a weave of complex magic here, but you can tell it is like the strongest one though is divination.
Do we have a handout with more information on the ladies of three, or just the pictures?
You just have the pictures. Oh, do you guys not have like the poems?
We should, or we did. I haven't gone back to double check if we have all the same handouts.
Text handouts. No, I don't. Okay, I definitely gotta copy that over. But do they have it? They don't have it. They got the same thing. I guess they just got the pictures. I'll put in the poems later for you guys to look at.
It's strange. I had Magic Circle on my list before, and then I took it off. I thought it was a ritual spell, but I guess it's not.
Magic Circle?
Yeah. Because I totally would have kept it as a ritual if it was a ritual, but it's not a ritual apparently.
Oh.
I really think that
Maybe there's not maybe there's not a circle spell that is, and that might be it.
I think the weapons are connected to the circles. That would make sense.
I don't think so.
Well, given it's 7:30, we can always come back to this.
But it's whatever you guys feel.
Well, like, I would be ending it regardless.
Well, I think we can always talk to a raven. Get help from her again. And we need to make our way back to the camp so that next time we can have Matt and Robin with us.
Yeah, I mean they'll sit out for a little bit, and then you guys are go to them.
Okay.
And then they wake up, and you're like, "Look what I did!"
So much. All right. I mean, I still want to talk to this Raven lady, but.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can ask me a couple questions quickly. Before I end.
Does she know how we can consecrate these, or know who could tell us how to do that?
I know very little.
I've
heard tales of your guys, your groups. Kind of, and then like nods her head towards Keskion, like, "You're new. I don't know much about you, but I've heard that some of you are talented casters."
Out of character, I have the sage background. Would I know where to find such information?
I guess with your sage background, I'll let you know that, like, you probably heard tales of. Did this group get the tale of the Mad Wizard? No, not ring a bell. All right.
Mad Wizard. Did it have something to do with the book that the son investigating the teleporters talked about when he said he saw
Oh,
research on
he
X
did.
thing?
Yeah, he did kind of mention like, oh hey, if you find stuff, I'll add on this that only Keskion knows through her uh, investigations and things. There was an old wizard that's long time ago. Um, maybe not that long ago, honestly. Like maybe 50 or so years ago. That challenged Strahd. Led a revolution to go fight him. Uh, most of the people perished in this conflict. But the wizard and Strahd just kept casting spells at each other for a long time. Pretty much at mostly a stalemate. And then Strahd like cast a spell at him to basically destroy the ground beneath him, and he did the Gandalf thing where he like fell off a cliff and just disappeared into a canyon, and that was the last people saw of the wizard. Since then, there have been rumored sightings of this mad mage that's been like seen up towards the north in the woods on occasion. And they say mad
Maybe
because
we did hear a little bit.
maybe like it's one of those things that like early on the party would probably hear about it. I just don't know if I did tell this group in particular. But Keskion would know this. They're like, okay, there have been sightings of this mage that they call the Mad Mage because he's just like and just disappears. Doesn't seem to be like all there. People don't know. People now alive don't know if that's him. Or he's just like some weird hermit that lives up in the woods and just people just leave him the fuck alone because like he's a guy that lives in the woods. We're not going into woods. That's so they just leave him alone. But yeah, there was a story that Keskin would know that there was a wizard that had a wizard duel with Strahd and Strahd won.
We could either his knowledge or any of his. Maybe he has records of knowledge that we could use in some of these rituals, like maybe some rituals, some sort of ceremonies that we can use to maybe re-sanctify these henges.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the wizard. You might know.
There's that. There's also identify, which you've done before to determine the history of magic things.
All right, I can try and get some telemetry data here.
Okay, you
I guess I'm using it as a telemetry thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
I mean, it is identify. It is kind of what it is, and that's how I like to use it anyway most of the time. Aside from like, here's the properties of it. It's to also get information from it. So you cast identify on just like the closest slab, just touch, focus a bit, and for a moment, I'll do this. Make me a charisma save. Because you're using it in such a manner.
I hit the charisma save thing. It didn't roll. I don't think.
Did a prompt come up to say normal roll or something?
Ah, there we go. I forgot that's over on this screen, not that screen.
Oh, you have your character sheet as a pop up. 23. All right. You focus for a bit, and there is there's a barrier there that you push through, and you are now in this. As your eyes open, this this Stonehenge is no longer in ruins. Those that are fallen over are in proper places. Your party is not around you. You are in this like memory bubble thing. There is not a pond in front of you. Instead, it's more of like a stone altar. And what you see here is you start to see like a few people in a kneeling prayer pose in various stations around this circle, chanting. They're mostly people that have like, they're definitely cloaks. There's candles lit. It's a whole prayer thing, and standing in the center, next to this altar, is this large woman that I feel like, do I have the handout for them? I have it here somewhere of the ladies three. Where did I put them? Where's the thing? Handouts. Not text. Not monster. What folder is it for you guys? I have so many folders to look through.
The Ladies 3 is in Chapter 2, Lands of Barovia.
Aha, thank you. So, Tim, they found these artworks from a different thing. Do you see the document show up?
Yes.
Cool. So, in particular, there is the Weaver. You see this tall woman with like a green tinge to her complexion. Her dress seems to be like made of vines, plant matter. She basically is a living entity of the swamp of nature around. And her face is completely hidden. And she starts just like weaving these threads that for a moment appear to be like spider threads just all over, as if like doing an incantation, but the incantations are like spider silks all over the place that glow a bit. It's some kind of ceremony that she's doing. And you see that as she expands this and these threads like now touch various people, they glow now also. And you see like some of these people like start like produce flame in their hands. Some make like sparks that appear in somewhere else. Some make like a arcane barrier. They start practicing magic in front of her. You get the indication that she gave them magic. And like you as a caster who, I assume based on just you the person, like to flavor things of like doing incantations with one hand, like gestures and things, right?
Yeah.
Or at least seen other people do it. The way she's doing it with like these silk threads that come out of her hands, it maintains the same like the sigils and symbols of magic. It's old. It's like going like, oh, that's Latin to us English, kind of thing. It's like there's roots to your current magic. And eventually your memory shifts a bit to that of Strahd standing over this blood-covered altar. All these people that you saw before are chained to these stone pillars, most of them dead. And you see Strahd just rip her heart out. And then she just fades off into just a burst of leaves and other plant material. and he just crushes it. And then you snap out.
Out of curiosity, were there any hints of maybe echoing similarities between her and Baba?
No.
Okay, so I don't like she hasn't like taken over the mantle or anything.
Nope.
That would...
You saw a vision of the Weaver die.
Okay, so all right, so it's specifically Strahd, so not technically related to Baba in that manner that I was thinking.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, I relayed that to the
I
team.
was
Um,
bullet.
All right. And with this, bless you. And with this new information, and this new were-raven friend, or at least ally, this is where we'll end. Feel free to scheme about things later.
Sweat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!